Good morning, the internet. Today is a very cool day for me as I'm going to pick up a new guitar. So it's kind of new, but it's not. It's a new guitar for me, which means that basically I'm going to buy it from someone that I've never met online, which is always fun. I got my pig snacks and a drink, and I'm gonna go on an epic adventure to pick up this guitar. But why would I go and buy another guitar? So what am I going to do with this new guitar? And what kind of guitar is it? Well, all will be revealed. So this guitar is an RG350DX. I know that a lot of people will be saying, oh yeah, but the bridge is shit on this, or the pickups are crap, but that's fine, and you'll know why shortly. So, for those who don't know much about this guitar, it's a 24 fret Ibanez RG, and it was made sometime in between 2003 and 2010, and it has an Edge 3, which is often slated online, bridge, so it's a floating tremolo. I've only ever had one guitar with a Floyd Rose on there, and this was an S series model back in, God, must have been like 2004 or 2005 or something, and I had nothing but problems keeping it in tune. But I think that's because it was the second guitar that I ever owned, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I couldn't afford to get someone to do it all for me. Whereas now, I'd like to think I've got slightly more knowledge, and I can pay someone to do it if I completely mess everything up. But the main reason why I bought this guitar is because one, I think it's a cool shape, and I've been a big fan of guys like Steve Vai and, for instance, Justin Sikowski from Say a Sin, namely. They are no doubt much better quality than the one that I've just bought. But I figured it would be a good way for me to practice some speed and technical playing, as well as experiment with what I'm about to tell you next, which is, I don't want to keep this as a white guitar. I'm going to change the colour of it, and I'd like you to let me know whether I should go with this colour, a red neon with a black scratch plate, or if I should go all out and have it dipped, something like this. What I'm also going to do is tune the guitar slightly differently. So I'm not going to set it up as a regular standard tuned guitar. I'm going to have it set so it's really going to be used for low tuned guitar parts. So basically I'm trying to blag at having a 7-string without actually having a 7-string guitar. It will be tuned with a set of 7 strings, but without that high E. And I'm just literally experimenting with tunings now just to see which one's going to work for it. Now, I was playing this a minute ago, and as you can see here, disaster struck. And now this particular guitar is in a very unique position right now, namely being in my hand with no bridge and a big hole through it, no strings. The bridge is right here, so it looks like I'm going to need to do some work on this already. But this was inevitably going to happen anyway, because I was going to have to take all of the electrics out if I was going to respray it, which I'm going to do. So I'm not really bothered about the fact that it's come off. I'm just concerned as to why I managed to pull screws out of the bridge whilst doing something that a Floyd Rose is designed to do. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get to the bottom of it. If this is like a full-on project guitar that I use more and more often with Young Heart, then I'll upgrade the pickups and probably upgrade the bridge as well. But stay tuned for that. Whilst we're talking about Young Hearts, I've got a lot of stickers here and some other bits and bobs that I'd like to give away to people. So send me an email at the one that's on the screen now with your address, and I'll post some of these to you. And what I'd love to see is the most random place possible that you can get one of these stickers. So I was going to play for a little bit longer, but as you can see, I'm not really able to do that. But I have got my own monkey grip. If I can get this to work again, I'm sure you're going to see this in lots of different videos, but my PRS is still going to be my number one. However, this will be very interesting for me to play, particularly the tunings that I'm hoping to try out. So what I'm toying with, and this is where it gets a little bit confusing for me if I'm completely honest, is the PRS is set to drop C sharp, and that's what we play in Young Heart, but then I'm thinking that it might be quite cool if I've got the lowest note, which I believe is a G sharp. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, it probably says on the screen. So it's basically like a 7-string that's tuned in that way. Or I tune it as a traditional 7-string. I tune it in a periphery style where it's in drop C, but then I take the low C in this case down to an A. So I'm probably going to spend the next couple of days messing around with the tuning on a different guitar before I plan on setting this one up. However, if I can buy some tools to strip this with, then I might get started on that too. But with the paint and time and everything else, it might take me a little while. Plus I'm not too sure on what colours to do, so help me out with that. I'll keep you updated with this. Hopefully there's going to be some cool low tuning stuff that I get to show off as well. It's going to be cool for me to check out the 24th fret instead of having just a 21 or a 22 fret guitar like I've previously been used to. It's going to be fun trying to do some kind of repairs on this. I'm very interested to know what we're going to discover underneath this paintwork. And you'll be hearing more updates about Young Heart, as well as checking out some new tracks and the usual covers. So hope you're having a great weekend. Make sure you vote on which colour that you would like to see, and also if you've got any tips on tunings, hit me up down in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button if this channel is new to you, share it with your friends and foes alike, and I'll see you soon. Peace.